Hey y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the Kitty Box. It's been a while, and I know y'all haven't seen videos from me and things like that. One of the reasons why you haven't gotten a new episode was because I was telling my cousin Danye that I don't want to just blurt out word vomit just for the sake of putting out another episode. If the things, first of all, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so if my voice is extremely deep, that's why I just couldn't sleep. And, okay, I'm gonna get to it. Word vomit. I don't want to just word vomit things and just put out things for the sake of having content. If it's not meaningful, then I don't want to be a part of it. That's where I'm at. I'll be 35 this year, and I don't want to just put out shit just for the sake of y'all having something from me. It has to mean something to me in order for me to want it to mean something to y'all. Other thing is, and I'm sure y'all just heard that with the sniffle, it's May, which means that we just went through a whole month of April, and these allergies have been kicking my ass. I do not want to look like Quasimodo, and I don't want to sound like Shanae. I would say 90% all the way back to 100, but I'm not there yet. So you're going to hear some sniffles. I may sound a little stuffy, but this was on my heart. I was actually, like I said, I couldn't sleep. And for the past, I would say, for the past couple of months. We're in May now. So I would say for the entirety of 2025, I've been focused and intentional about changing. I have wanted to mature and unlearn a lot of things and grow up because I'm tired of going through the same cycle. Things get good, get a good job, have nice finances, cars doing fine, working out, life is together. Something happens to derail me. I lose everything. I start over. And then the cycle continues. I saw a video of a girl earlier this year talking about that very thing, and her start over was her going back to her parents' house and starting from the ground up. And I just related to it so much. I think I shared it on my Facebook page. It's on my private Instagram page, but I will share it on my public Instagram page so you guys can see it and be a part of it. I would share it to the Kitty Box's Instagram page, but when I got my new phone, for some reason I forgot to log in, and that shit won't let me log in. I would love to post content from that page again, and I'm not making another one. I need to figure out a way to get back into that page. I need to regain access so I can share things, and that's where we can commune as far as the Kitty Box is concerned. But yeah, that's been my focus, and I've been really intentional about that. And as of late, I've been trying to really get into shadow work because I'm starting to uncover that me wanting to change and grow up and mature and level up was just another form of me trying to people please and keep up with the Joneses and not be judged and wanting to make everybody happy. And that was part of my prayer. I just want my parents to be so proud, and I want to be so proud. But what makes you proud? What makes you proud, Kat? Making other people happy. I have actually said that part of my comedy and my love for comedy comes from the joy I feel when I get the reaction of laughter from other people. Now, on the surface, that sounds really trivial and innocent. Like, you make people laugh, you bring joy to people's lives. What's wrong with that? Unless you really take an introspective look and kind of peel back the layer and realize that that's just another form of me wanting approval from somebody. Once you get somebody to laugh, you got them. They like you. Y'all have a great energy. So that, in a sense, is approval. So I had to strip that away to really get to the root of, okay, let's heal for you. Let's change for you. Let's level up for you. And just discard and retire this way of thinking that you have to please everybody around you in order for you to be happy. I'm not saying going around being a tyrant is the answer. But I can't pour from an empty cup. And if I'm so focused on the happiness and the fulfillment and the satisfaction of everybody else, in the words of Shanae LaFonge Jenkins, that only leave me with $1. And he ain't having it, okay? And that's what led me into wanting to do shadow work. Because now I'm curious as to what in me feels the need to want to please people in order to feel valued, important, needed. You know, like where did I pick up the idea that other people's happiness and acceptance of me mattered more than my own? I don't know where that happened. I don't know why it happened. But I know it has to come to an end in order for me to grow. You can't open new doors with old keys. And I'm trying to go into new environments. I'm trying to go to new heights. I'm trying to go to new levels. Because I just told y'all I don't want the same cycle. So if I got the same keys, I'm going to keep walking in the same rooms, into the same situations, into the same environments. And I'm done with that. So let's go all the way back. Peel all the layers back. And really get to the minutiae of why I am the way I am. Some things will have to be unlearned. Some things will have to be learned. Some old habits will have to die. And I will have to embrace some new habits. Some ways of thinking has to change. I am so sensitive. And yes, it's a good thing. And I shouldn't apologize for it. But time and place. Everything has a time and place. The only thing that should be ever present is your faith in God. God himself and your faith in God and love. Everything else has a time and place. There's a time to be compassionate and there's a time to give tough love. There's a time to be emotional and there's a time to keep your shit together and put your poker face on, bitch. Time and place. But if somebody's always... You can't have all emotions all the time. And staying the same means you're not evolving. That's why it irritates me when people are like, ooh, you changed. Ew, you didn't. Bitch, you the same person from high school. And we're in our 30s. Who's losing here? So that's why I'm at. I'm not here to judge anybody else. I'm just here to share my journey. So in addition to doing my shadow work, I have decided that I want to start doing a gratitude journal as well. Now, how I want to do that, well, really how I want to do anything is just a thought right now. I have been bugging the shit out of ChatGPT, trying to figure out what methods work best. I've been on TikTok just searching things because for my shadow work, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a therapist, and eventually I'm going to integrate one into my life. Not just for a phase, but just as I continue this walk, I'm going to have, somebody unbiased that I pay to kind of walk me through this. That is certified. I mean, that's why God put him here anyway. But for the shadow work, I kind of just want to take a deep dive into that alone. So I don't know if I should get a journal or if I should just go through an app or something. I've already kind of started the work. And I started with ChatGPT. So for those of you who don't know where to start, y'all can start where I start. I went to ChatGPT and was like, look, act as my therapist and walk me through a guided practice of shadow work. I'm on step 5 now. And they basically, walk you through the prompts and say, say these things to yourself or write it down. I answer them in the chat. Bitch, I said act as my therapist. You're not finna send me home with homework, bitch. You do the work. So when they ask you those little guided questions, those probing questions, answer them in the order. I say step 1, and then I answer the 3 questions, and then I'll hit enter. And then they'll be like, oh, wow, that was deep. Let's move on. Exactly. You get the gist. Let's get it. So that's how I'm going to start off. Eventually, I probably am going to write it down, but I don't want to write it down simply because of the fear of my personal deepest, darkest getting into the hands of somebody else. Even if it is my closest people and my loved ones, I don't care. Some things are just for you, and this isn't for the general public. What I share, what I go through, what I heal from isn't from the general public. My healed version benefits from it, but even my healed version isn't for y'all. That's my damn problem now. It's for me. What's in the cup is mine. What runneth over is yours. And that's just on, period. So I don't necessarily want to write it down. So I think I may continue doing it like this, or see a therapist and do it that way. But I am just desperate for change. I'm desperate for growth. I'm desperate to get out of this cycle. I feel myself on the upswing of the cycle. And I'm like, bitch, not this time. When I reach this height, I'm jumping over the mountain and I'm getting the fuck out of this valley, bitch. I don't want no more parts of it. And I'm also wanting to get into gratitude work, like, a gratitude journal, things like that. I may pick up one because I saw one at Walmart. I was looking for like a desk calendar for work, and I saw that and I said, oh, I'm gonna have to pick that up. One that's like guided, because otherwise I'm just writing out prayers. And I kind of started that a while ago. I was writing out prayers in a tablet, but I just find it more effective to just talk to God like I'm talking to y'all. Because when I write it down, and probably only Danye will get this, when I was writing it down in the same sort of like cursive handwriting that Brandy would, meaning like it was almost in tongue, so to speak. I could kind of make out what I was saying, but I don't really know everything that I was saying because I can't really read it. And it's not that I have bad handwriting. I sound like Shanae. My handwriting is perfection. My print and my cursive. Some of you girls don't even know what cursive. No. My people, my fam, we're good. We're smart. We're intelligent. But these Gen Zers, and not the Gen Zers that follow me, the other ones, probably don't even know what the fuck cursive is. So girl poof. Speaking of which, it tickles me when I find out that y'all are finding information out about Beyonce that was known for like the past 20 years. Like, she was in the group? Bitch, who? What? Girl, sit your ass down. But yeah, I want to get into guided practices for gratitude as well. I want to live a life of gratitude and growth and love. I want to always come from a place of compassion and kindness and love. I don't want to be so triggered or affected by everything that's adverse to what I'm currently feeling. So I feel like you shouldn't be critiquing me or criticizing me or giving me correction, and you do, why should that alter my mood? I can choose to accept or reject it. If I'm open to receiving it, then maybe I can learn something. And even if I'm not, I should be mature enough to be like, okay, I respect your opinion and go the fuck on about my business. But to let what you say that could have been in what you felt was in my best interest affect me to the point to where it affects and fucks up my mood? No, ma'am. You don't deserve that. I don't deserve that. And, okay, in the words of Mama D, I deserve to be loved. If not by anybody else, by my damn self. Now, this ain't gonna be too long. This may not be as long as the other episodes because I'm getting sleepy. The allergy medicine has kicked in and I'm finna go back inside, fix me a sandwich, and lay next to my man and go the fuck to bed. But, shadow work, gratitude. Oh, and getting back into the word. I need to get back into the word. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's hit or miss with me. I'm just being honest. God knows my heart and God knows my desire to have a relationship and a connection with Him that is unbreakable and like no other. But that Bible will sometimes put me straight in snoozeville. Like, it just will. So what I've been doing is I'll either listen to the Bible, which is, with that, you got to really be careful because you don't want to get so distracted and so caught up in just going on and listening to it that you don't pay attention to what's being said. You'll mess around and find yourself losing sight and not really paying attention to a whole chapter because you're busy at work or you're busy driving or you got distracted by something and it's playing in your ear, but you're not really paying attention to it. And then I'm also, though I belong to a church, I love my church, I love my pastor, I love everything about my church. There was another minister a couple of them actually, who truly helped me and get me in line. Number one, Jerry Flowers. My cousin Danye put me on to Jerry Flowers. Profound young man. I love his teaching. I love his brutal honesty. I love his candor. And I love his humility. He says things without you being totally offended, but you feel corrected. You feel convicted, but not offended. I love that. Another guy, Anointed. And I'm not going to even lie to y'all. I only click on his videos when I know I'm ready to get that thing up. If I know I'm struggling with something and I'm not ready to 100% let that thing go or hear the truth about it, I'm going to go ahead and let him ride that out alone. Because he going to hit them spots that's going to make me pissed off. I'm going to be convicted and offended. Like, oh my. And in the best way. Like, he coming straight from Bible, but he don't cut no corners and he ain't taking no... He don't care about how you feel. He don't want to make you laugh. He don't want to connect with you and make sure that you're comfortable. No. Get this word and get up out my face. Because I'm about my Father's business and I respect him for it. His name is Philip. I don't know his last name, but his church is, I think, the 28 something. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know where I'm going with this. Love him. Only go at him if you ready. Literally ready. Because he gonna touch some places and expose some faces. Them skeletons gonna have to go, baby, if you listening to him. I held on to him for a solid, I would say maybe 2 weeks. And I walked out of that house like I was Sister Mary motherfucking Clarence, bitch. I was like, judgment. I was like, Like, everything was just, I was critical about everything because he brings everything to the surface. He don't hold nothing back. But where I find my groove, and I'm like, you know what? You're really helping me, and I appreciate you. Is Pastor Mike Jr. from Rock City. A former co-worker turned friend. Her name is Candace. I love you, Candace. I'm praying for you, Candace. We talked earlier. You know. She put me on to him. She used to live in Houston with me. Well, not with me. Girl, hell no. She used to live in Houston where I live now. And we were working together at a work from home job. And we connected. And she told me about PMJ. And she joined virtually. I don't want to tell her story, so I won't get into her business. But that's how I found out about PMJ. And I've been kind of hooked ever since. You know, I don't consistently watch him because, like I said, I belong to a church. But when I need what I need, I know where to go. Because my church is traditional Baptist. That's home for me. That's familiar to me. That's what I need. Plus, PMJ is in Alabama, and I'm not moving. Okay? And I need a physical body. I need a physical church home. But that's my... You know how Houston is my home, but New Orleans is my home away from home? Rock City is my home away from home. He is... I don't know if he still is, but he was preaching a series on the intelligences. The spiritual intelligence, the emotional intelligence, and the natural intelligence that you need to really be your best self. And when I say I have been blessed, I have been helped, I have been taught and educated on so much, to the point to where I'm going to go back and like watch some more, not only watch some more of the series, but go back and watch some old videos so that I can really take notes, so I can revisit this in my own way when I need to. Like, it really is helpful. And it's really been giving me my things. So, that's where I'm at. But, yeah, videos are coming once I stop sounding stuffed the hell up. I have watched the things. So, Housewives... Well, no, I haven't caught up with Housewives. But I know how to keep up and, you know, give y'all a current review. And Chasing, I've been keeping up with that as well. Started a new job. Hallelujah. Thank God. To God be the glory. My first real day was this past Monday. And I went to work. But due to my allergies, I had to go home early on Tuesday. I took Wednesday to bounce back, and Thursday, believe me, if I sound like Shanae now, I sounded like, I don't even know on Monday and Tuesday. Eyes was watery and puffy. I was sneezing. I just was, and I'm like, Lord, this is not the way to have a first. So my real first impression was today. Well, yesterday. When I got to work yesterday, that was the person she hired. Full of energy, full of life, full of vitality. I was on it. This is who y'all hired, and this is who is going to show up every day. Because this is who I am. I'm tired of playing it down. I have seen so many pictures of myself and didn't even recognize myself, or looked at myself and I saw the pain in my face, saw the smile I was trying to force. You don't look happy, Kat. You're not happy. And it ain't because of your relationship. It ain't because of your life. It ain't because of your finances. It ain't because of your job. It ain't because your car wasn't working. It ain't because you ain't where you want to be in life. It's because of you. You. Get to the root of your issues. And then go to the source to get your strength. Come on, word. Obviously the word is working, because I'm finna quote a scripture to y'all. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added. So once you realize that you're the problem, get out of your own goddamn way and then go to God for the help instead of everybody else. Go to God for the approval instead of everybody else. It'll start to work itself out. It's a slow boogie, because I'm the type of person, once I decide that I want to heal, I'm ready for the healing to be instant. And my prayer that led me into press and record on this was, Lord, help me to have the patience in the journey. And as a matter of fact, Lord, help me to enjoy the journey. I want to enjoy getting back to me. I want to enjoy rediscovering this new version of myself, because I rebuke that. I'm not getting back to anything, because I'm not going backwards. What Beyonce say? The past and the future merge to meet us here. So I'm going to learn from the past, be motivated and encouraged by the future I believe myself to have. And we're going to meet right here in the present as a whole new version of myself. Holla if you hear me. With that, I love y'all, because that sandwich is calling my name. And my man is too. And my bed. Hallelujah. I love y'all. And we'll talk soon. Remember to always, always stay kitty. Holla.